Hello and welcome to this AB Tutor video. Today I'm going to show you how to configure AB Tutor to shut down computers on your site automatically at the end of the day, once they're no longer being used. The first step is to create a new policy. Normally this will be a private policy, as the policy won't need to be accessed by other users, it will just be applied once by an admin and then left there. So, right-click on Private Policies and select New Policy. We want to shut down computers, so we pick Power Action, and we want to do it on a schedule. With these two options selected, we can move on to picking the specific time. I'm going to treat all days the same and say that I want my computers to be turned off between 5 PM and 9 AM, so I select those areas by dragging on the grid. It's best to include the whole night rather than just a narrow trigger point in case someone aborts the shutdown the first time. You want it to repeat until the computer is no longer in use and turns itself off. If you want to specify the time more accurately, you can drag the end of the time blocks or right-click on them and select Edit to set the time manually. Once the schedule is set as required, click Next to move on to the Power Action tab and configure the command. First, you can choose what the command does. We want the computers to shut down, so I'll leave that as it is. The next option, Repeat Every, controls how often the shutdown will trigger if it gets cancelled. I think half an hour is generally suitable here, but you can change it if you want to. The Message option allows you to configure the message which will be displayed in the warning box. This can say whatever you want, but should let the user know what's happening and what they can do about it. We can also configure how long the warning will display for before the computer shuts down. 10 minutes is a good amount of time, as it means that if the user has stepped away from their computer to get a drink, they still have time to get back and cancel the shutdown if they're still using it. Finally, tick Allow User to Abort. This means that there will be an option in the dialog box to abort the shutdown and close the dialog box. Now we've configured the shutdown, we can click Next again to move on to the general policy options. Here, the policy can be given a name, an icon colour and an icon to make it easy to recognise when it's been applied to the client. Most of the rest of the options are correct by default. We want the policy to be permanent so it doesn't disappear from the client. We don't want it to be removed on logoff, and we don't want to share it with other users. We could allow it to be disabled if we wanted to have a way for normal users to deactivate it, but that's probably not necessary. Finally, however, we do want to protect the policy to prevent non-admin users from removing it and stopping the computers shutting down. Now that's all set, we click Finish to save our new policy. Now we have to decide how we want to apply our new policy. To apply it to absolutely all computers that are running the client, we can right-click on all items and select Default Device Policies. From the dialog box, select Add and choose the policy that we've just created, and then Save. You will see the policy icon appears by all your clients with a shield icon in the bottom corner. This shield icon means that the policy is affecting that computer because it's a default device policy. If instead you applied it to a group by right-clicking on the group, selecting Properties, Default Policies, then the policy icon would show a group icon in the corner. Applying the policy to all devices or to specific groups is the best way to use a policy like this. It makes it quick and easy to apply it to a large number of devices. If necessary though, you can apply it to individual devices by dragging it onto them from the Policies panel. And that's it! The computers will now automatically shut themselves down at the specified time, so let's give it a try. Here we have one of my clients, it's almost 5 PM. There's the dialog box with the warning message and countdown. I can click Abort to cancel it and it will go away for half an hour, at which point it will come back again, like that, and if we leave the countdown to tick down to 0, as you can see the computer will automatically shut itself down. Of course, if I'd still been using it I could have postponed the shutdown for another half hour, and another, until I was finally finished with it. I hope this video has been useful for you, but if you have any questions, please email us at support@abtutor.com and we'll do our best to help. Thanks for watching.